It was a stifling hot morning when Jan left the lodgings he had taken in the Marais to go and meet Tatu. He was now dressed in the French mode, wearing a long sky-blue coat with a revolutionary cockade pinned to the lapel, over a red-striped calico waistcoat. No one seeing him would think him any different from any other fashionable young man of this city, filled no doubt with the same fashionable revolutionary zeal as all the other patriotic young men of his time. Tatu was seated in his usual place at the Café Godet, a corner table facing the street, from which he had a perfect view of all the comings and goings.
"Good,"
he said, seeing Jan.
"Maitre Tardieu will see us at 3 o'clock this afternoon."
He turned and tried to catch the waiter's eye. The man steadfastly ignored him.
"Never can get served here,"
said Tatu tetchily.
"Listen, I sent Didier out to do some snooping for us yesterday. He's perfect for the task. He might possess the face of a mooncalf, but in times like these, his looks could be his fortune."
At the next table, an argument broke out as to what should be done with the royal family.
"Kill 'em! They're traitors, a lot of 'em!"
said a burly man with a red face. Didier pushed his way into the cafe. He was wearing a tiny red Liberty cap, which looked ridiculous on his huge head, and sweat was pouring down his face.
"Have you any news?"
asked Tatu. Didier looked longingly at the counter.
"At least let me have a drink, will you?"
"Garçon! A jug of coffee and some bread,"
shouted Tatu.
"I've only got one pair of hands,"
the man snapped.
"Anyone would think he was doing us a favour, instead of serving up stale bread and watered-down coffee,"
said Tatu. Jan got up and elbowed his way through to the counter, where the proprietor's wife sat knitting. She was about to say, "Wait your turn like everyone else," but seeing Jan said instead, "What can I do for you, my lovely?"
"How do you do it?"
asked Didier as the woman brought over their order, smiling at Jan. "By being a proper gentleman with manners," said the woman with emphasis. "They're rare in this dog kennel of a city, I can tell ya." She ruffled Jan's hair and walked away, swinging her hips. Tatu stared at him through narrowed eyes. Jan laughed. Didier didn't wait to be asked. He tucked straight into the bread and then started to speak with his mouth full, spitting out food in the process.
"I've been making inquiries about the Marquis. His chateau was torched 3 days ago, but there's nothing left of the place. All the servants had already scarpered, except 2 who helped get the Marquis and his daughter out. They're now staying in the Duchesse de Lamont's old residence, in the Place Royale. She left for Jersey."
"And what about the Marquis and his daughter?" asked Jan.
"Give us a chance,"
said Didier, mopping his face.
"I've seen a girl with a limp. Servants don't get out much because the master can't be left alone, so the girl goes to the market. I followed her down the Rue des Francs Bourgeois. She don't spend much."
Didier was about to cram another huge chunk of bread into his mouth when Jan snatched it away.
"What do you think you're doing?"
growled Didier. "Finish your story and I'll buy you a jug of wine," said Jan.
"Oh, so that's it. You want to know about the young lady, what she looks like. Well, she's pretty. Looks like a ripe cherry waiting to be plucked from a tree, if you get my meaning."
"We do, and most of your crumbs too,"
said Tatu sharply. "Which house is it?" demanded Jan. He got up. "I'll go and see if I can talk to her."
"Good,"
said Tatu.
"Try and get her to agree to leave her father."